Welcome to the Leading Life Podcast, the place where leadership meets real life. Here is where we talk about leading with intention, living with clarity, and getting better results for the people we serve every single day. If you're ready to grow, you're in the right place. Let's go. Right now on today's episode, your breakthrough is just a few steps away. Yes, you are listening to the Leading Life Podcast, where we talk about what it takes to grow, lead, and live with intention. I'm your host, Andy Zook, and each episode here is designed to give you simple, real-world tools to help you show up as your best self at work, at home, and in your life in general. I call this the Leading Life Podcast because we need to be the leaders of our lives. This is our life. Nobody else has the investment in it like we do. So this podcast is all about how we lead our own lives, make intentional choices, and go out and create the most fulfilling life possible. Today's episode matters because all of us start the new year with all kinds of goals and ambitions, and then we generally start to slow down and we get discouraged when they don't happen. Or maybe something at your job is not going as quickly as you thought it was, that promotion you've been reaching for, or you keep trying to climb the ladder and get to the next level. Or maybe you've just had a setback, because we all go through them. Today's episode is for the person who just feels tired and exhausted and feels like they're going to give up. You're not lazy. You're not unmotivated. You're just tired. You're tired of trying. You're tired of doing the right things without seeing the results. You're tired of feeling like you're pushing and nothing's breaking open for you yet. And if that's you, I want you to hear this clearly. You're not failing. You're not falling behind, and you're not crazy for feeling this way, because all of us do. And you just might be closer than you think. When I was at my lowest, which was when I started the job that I've been with for 30 years, I started part-time. I made $7.50 an hour. I took 2 to 3 buses to get to work. I slept on a coworker's couch. And only 15 years later, I'm flying first class with a company president to speak at a leadership conference. Was there losses in between those first 15 years? Yes. There was a ton of self-doubt. There was sacrifice. There was moments where I never thought I would make it, but I wouldn't change a thing, because you know what? 99% of it was absolutely incredible. It made me. And I got to do things and build things in this company I thought I could never do. I couldn't even imagine doing them. So here's something that life doesn't warn us about. It's that most breakthroughs, most changes in your life don't feel exciting when you're close. They just feel heavy. They feel frustrating, and often you can feel lonely. Right before things improve, people often say, I don't know how much longer I can do this anymore. Or maybe this just isn't for me. And what if this never changes? That moment right there is where most people quit. Not because they can't do it. Not because they're tired of not seeing proof yet. It's just that life sometimes has a strange sense of timing. And the reward often shows up after the part where you're tempted to give up. I want to tell you a quick story about James Dyson. Yeah, you know the name. Dyson didn't almost give up once. He gave up 1,000 times. In the late 1970s, Dyson was frustrated with creating the perfect vacuum cleaner. He kept trying and they lost suction, or they clogged, or they broke. Instead of complaining, he tried to fix the problem by inventing a vacuum that used cyclone technology. No bag, no suction loss. Sounds obvious now, but it wasn't then. And what followed was 15 years of rejection. Dyson built 5,127 prototypes, not 5, not 50, 5,127. Each one failed in a different way. Banks wouldn't fund him. Manufacturers laughed him out of meetings. One major company told him, why would anyone want a vacuum that doesn't use bags? That's how we make money, selling extra bags. At several points during his career, Dyson was broke, he was trying to support a family, and he was told repeatedly that he was wasting his life with this invention. And that's when most people quit after a few failures. Most people quit after a few months. Dyson didn't. Not because he was confident, not because he had this incredible belief in himself every day. He stayed on because he knew his idea worked, even if the execution didn't yet. And eventually he stopped trying to convince others and he built the company himself. So when the Dyson vacuum finally launched, it didn't just succeed, it changed an entire industry. And today, Dyson is a billionaire. And more importantly, he proved something timeless. James Dyson didn't win because he was smarter. He won because he tolerated being wrong longer than most people can stand. Because almost everyone quits when the progress is slow, or when feedback is discouraging, or when that validation we are seeking just doesn't come. But the breakthrough is often just past the point where quitting feels reasonable. Dyson wasn't changing fame. He wasn't trying to prove anyone wrong. He was simply unwilling to abandon something he knew was right, even when it looked foolish to everyone else. That's real resilience. If there's a quiet voice in you saying, this still matters to me, even though it's hard, that voice is worth listening to. Here's the trap. We expect progress to feel motivating, but real progress often feels quiet and slow and unrewarded at first. Think about it. Those workouts that you do at the gym, they don't show immediately. The conversations that you have or the coachings you have don't fix things overnight. The discipline doesn't pay off right away. The healing doesn't happen on your schedule. So when results lag behind effort, the mind starts whispering, what's the point? But effort is never wasted. Please get that into your brain. Effort is never wasted. Even if you went to the gym today and you maybe didn't hit it as hard as you normally did, that effort is still important. You still burned calories. You still showed up. Eventually, sometimes suddenly, if you keep going, that effort will bring you clarity, confidence, momentum, relief, strength, or opportunity. You don't see the roots growing all the time, but the plant breaks the surface. So let me say this directly to you. If you're tired today, here's what I want you to do. Don't quit the whole journey. Just get up and take the next few steps. Not the next 10 years, not the full solution. Just today. Have that one more honest conversation you need to have. Get that one more workout in. Fill out one more application. Show one more act of patience. Take one more moment of self-control and give it one more day of showing up. That's it. Because breakthroughs don't usually require intensity. They require a little more endurance. The leadership lesson here is simple. This is where we show up. Real leadership isn't loud. It's not dramatic. It's not always confident. Leadership is staying when quitting would be easier. Leadership is consistency when no one is clapping. Leadership is choosing to believe that your effort still matters, even when the scoreboard hasn't moved yet. And when you live that way, you're not just leading others, you're leading yourself. And this is your leadership edge for today's episode. Don't make permanent decisions based on temporary exhaustion. You can rest, you can slow down, you can ask for help, but don't quit on a life or a relationship or a goal or a version of yourself just because you're tired. Rest if you must, but then take the next few steps. You got this, I promise you. And here is your call to arms for this episode. When you feel like giving up, don't ask, hey, is this worth it anymore? Instead, ask yourself, what's the right next step? That's all I have to take. Because the breakthrough you're hoping for may not be far away. It may be just beyond the part where most people stop. You are stronger than you feel right now, and your efforts count more than you think. And I want you to remember this. Your story is only beginning. You're not finished. Listen, bottom line here is you can do anything you want. The opportunities out in the world are endless, especially now with the access to information. So I'm asking you, don't stop. Don't give up. And most importantly, don't doubt the greatness inside of you. There's a famous speech by Deion Sanders that I love. I feel like it's probably the thing that I say to myself the most when I am feeling like things aren't going in the right direction and I might give up on something. And it's this. He says, there's somebody out there and the light ain't on you, but keep making plays. Nobody's talking about you, but keep making plays. Your sales numbers aren't where your friends are, but keep making plays. You aren't on the leaderboard right now, but baby, keep making plays. The takeaway from this is keep going, keep working at it. Some may have it easier than you. Shrug that off. Keep going with true intention. Try different things. Practice makes us better. Keep striving and never give up. Deion Sanders' mantra emphasizes persistence, excellence, and working hard, even when unnoticed or unappreciated. And so that phrase, keep making plays, it highlights that grind mentality, kind of like what we just talked about with Dyson. That encourages consistent effort in practice and life to achieve success. If you're not on the leaderboard or you're not getting the result, or if nobody is talking about you, keep going. Keep making plays. And remember that the best plays are often made in practice when no one's watching. That ensures preparation matches performance. Keep making plays. That mantra serves as a reminder to stay focused on personal excellence and just keep continuing moving forward. I know you're tired. I know you feel like it's not happening for you right now. So take a quick rest, reset, and keep trying. I never thought myself that I would get to do the things that I got to do with my company, but I just kept putting my best foot forward, and eventually it happened. And so with that said, that is my episode. I hope this impacted you for the better. Please, if it did, leave me a rating or review on whatever platform you hear me on, and please hit subscribe so you won't miss another episode of the Leading Life Podcast. And if this inspired you enough that you want to share it, get it out to your friends and your family, another leader. And remember, the world gets better when us leaders get better. And until next time, I want you to lead with purpose, live with intention, and keep becoming who you were meant to be. But most importantly, I want you to go out today and help me change the world a little bit. And you know how you can do that? Just go out and be the hero of somebody's story. All right? I'm Andy Zook. This is the Leading Life Podcast. Rock on. Take care. And I'll talk to you on the next episode. Bye.